So that had to be Septimius Severus. Septimius Severus was lived during the same period of what's the other one? Persinius Niger, all right, which they say he was a Hamite. He wasn't a Hamite, he was an Israelite. Go ahead.
It says, in the year 292, the Emperor Diocletian established a tetrarchy with the object of reconciling the claims of the Eastern and Western empires and uniting both the military and civil.
Right, that's the beginnings of the so-called Byzantine Empire. Go ahead.
And civil powers under overriding control from above.
Basically, that's when Jake pushed Esau out, enslaved Edomites, and they got up into power.
It says, to the two Augusti, Diocletian and Maximian, the eastern residing in Nicodemia and the western in Milan, were subordinated to the two Caesars, Galerius and Constantius Chlorus. These four rulers are portrayed in the Proffer group, certainly of about the year 300, which now stands on the south side of the fasciite of St. Mark's in Venice.
Yeah, because that's when we were ruling, man. That's when we were ruling Europe, and we enslaved this damn devil. And that's during that period of Revelation, or the fulfillment of Revelation, the 20th chapter, all right? When that great dragon was chained up for 1,000 years. Well, that's what it's talking about, okay? All right, go ahead.
This is Genesis 37 and 23. And it came to pass, when Joseph was come unto his brethren, that they stripped Joseph out of his coat of many colors that was on him. And they took him and cast him into a pit. And the pit was empty, there was no water in it. And they sat down to eat bread, and they lifted up their eyes and looked, and behold, a company of Ishmaelites came from Gilead with their camels bearing spicery and balm and myrrh, going to carry it down to Egypt. And Judah said unto his brethren, what profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood? Come, and let us sell him to the Ishmaelites. And
that's the proof that them Ishmaelites, they were heavy in slavery, into enslaving people. You know, you knew you can go up to an Ishmaelite and say, look, I got these three guys right here. How much you give me for them? So that was a practice among Ishmael. Go ahead.
And let not our hand be upon him, for he is our brother and our flesh, and his brethren were content. Then there passed by Midianites, merchantmen, and they drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit, and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver, and they brought Joseph into Egypt.
So that's all we need on that. All right, that's just to back up what the Ishmaelites did. Now let's go from there to the book of Joel. What did you just read? Genesis 37. Okay, all right. Joel 3 and 1.
Joel chapter 3 verse.
So for you Jakes that embrace Islam because you was tired of Esau's so-called white man's Christianity, because the white man brought you over here to serve slavery, and he's not a fair man, so we're going to follow a true religion. We're going to follow the religion of the Ishmaelites, which is the religion of Islam, which they were heavily into slavery. As a matter of fact, when you came over here to serve slavery, your foreparents, it was the Ishmaelites that supplied the ships that was down 100% with Esau and the Hamitic tribes, or the Hamitic nations, to enslave your ass. It was three nations that got together to enslave your ass, which was the Hamites, the Ishmaelites, and the Edomites. Go ahead.
Joel chapter 3 verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
This is getting ready to happen, because this whole thing about Esau fighting against them Arabs, the people of Iraq, the Afghans, and in the very near future, could happen in the next couple of months, the next couple of weeks. It could be happening right now as we speak, but they're not, allowing the media to get to it. the fact that they're fighting against the different Arab groups. Okay, so this what we're reading right now is happening as we speak and getting ready to happen in a big way. Go ahead.
It says, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel,
Yeah, because it's all about the Most High's people. Go ahead.
whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
Scattered among the nations and parted my land. What did they do? They pulled us up out of the land, enslaved us. The land was left, and what did they do? They're fighting over the land right now. The so-called Arabs, the Palestinians, the so-called Jews. You got this Greeks down there. You got Gooks down there. You got everybody down there, man. So they're fighting. That's why there's so much fighting. They're fighting over that holy land, which the true people of the land is over here catching hell. And these Edomites know about that, man. And they don't mention nothing about that. They'll tell you, well, the Chinese, we found out that there's some of them that could be Israelites, or the Cambodians, or this group, or the Ethiopians. The guy named by the name of the Naked Archaeologist did a special proving the rest of the tribes outside of Judah. He said, the tribe of Dan are the Cambodians, the tribe of Levi are the people of Switzerland, and all that BS. Go ahead.
Oh, man.
And when that thing came out, I wanted to actually go down to the office and catch his ass coming out that damn building. I was going to use a thing called ambush journalism. And you don't see them no more. Because we get mad. They know who we are. Because they'll say everybody on the planet Earth can very well be a Jew, except for who the real or Israelite, except for who the real Israelites are. We're all over the country. We're all over the world. You got CNN, you got Euro News, you got all these different news, and then you got news companies on top of news companies, man. They don't even need the TV no more. They got the internet, man. RT is exclusively, well, they're on TV as well, but they're on the internet, man. But nobody says anything about who the so-called Negroes are, who the Puerto Ricans are, the North American Indians. Where'd they come from?
And if I'm gonna say this, not even one of the tribe, they didn't mention none about the Negroes, the Puerto Rican, all the people over here that was on this side of the world before Esau came over here. They didn't mention not one of them as part of the tribes. It's a conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy, Jack.
That's right. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. Yea, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine?
Right. Tyre and Zidon in the beginning were Canaanites. But now who possessed that land before the so-called Jews and the Rothschilds took it over? Those are Ishmaelites. So those are the Ishmaelites that now possess that land along with the so-called Jew. Go ahead.
Will ye render me a recompense? If you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head. Because you have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things.
That's them Arabs. If you were to go to the Metropolitan Museum of Art on, it covers Fifth Avenue between, 83rd Street and like 86th Street. It covers a couple of blocks. You can't miss it. You go up in there, there's a section, the Middle Eastern section, and you see they'll have like replicas of the temples